Alright guys, so welcome to the video. I'm sure that if you're tuning in, you want to know how to make cinematic sequences. You're at least curious about it. You know, you're interested in that whole aspect of videography, guys. This is a little different than my normal videos for my normal viewers. I don't usually do tutorials ever. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything like that, but I just thought about it a lot, and I think that, you know, in the beginning, trying to learn how to make cool edits, it's kind of difficult because you have to look up how to do every individual thing. So I just thought it would be a good idea to compile some basic information, some basic tips of what to do, and from there on, guys, just roll with it, make your own style, make your own individual flair, because that's the real fun part about editing, videography, and all that shit. So without further ado, guys, we're going to move to the computer. So I'm about to start the tutorial aspect of this video. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to the actual tutorial section of this. So guys, as you can see, I got this one clip lined up on my editing board, and I just want to let you guys know, for this tutorial, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. If you're gonna make good edits and you want them to like shine, I really suggest you get some sort of program, like, you know, high power editing programs such as Adobe Premiere Pro. I love it. You get, you know, Final Cut Pro is awesome, that works too. Sony Vegas, what have it. Just use something that is going to be adequate enough to do everything you have to do, and for that you're gonna need a high power editing software. So anyway guys, for this purposes, I'm just gonna show you how to make one clip look pretty awesome, or at least a lot better than it was before. So let's first look at what this clip is. Alright, so basically all it is just this random pan shot that I just took, where I just took my camera handheld and moved it across a certain frame, right? So if you look at it right now as it is, it's not the most steady shot, and I'm just going to unlink the audio because that's not necessary. But it's not the most steady shot, guys. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing. You know, if you're making some sort of cinematic sequence where you're showing the area you're in and you just put this in, I mean, yeah, you're showing off whatever that cool piece of art is, but it's not exactly the most pleasing thing for someone to look at. So guys, follow along with me. This is really going to be helpful. Obviously, I don't know exactly what everything is called in other editing softwares, but I'm sure that all the other editing softwares besides Adobe Premiere Pro have their own equivalents. But with Adobe Premiere Pro, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to distort. The most immediate thing you have to fix is just how shaky it is, because if you look at it again, it's pretty jittery. It's pretty jittery because a human, you know, filmed it. So look closely here, guys. There's this little effect here called warp stabilizer. Extremely vital, extremely important effect. This thing is going to make your shots go from 0 to like 100 real fast in terms of just like how much easier they are to look at with your eyes. So it's really easy. Just drag and drop that bad boy right there. It's going to stabilize a little bit, so we'll be right back as soon as it's done stabilizing. And we are back, guys, and the stabilization has fully finished. Now there's a lot of small little quirks about a warp stabilizer. There's a lot of things you can change about it, all these settings over here, but for this purpose of this video, we're just gonna let it do its manual setting, or I mean its automatic settings, what it's already set on. There's specific times for specific things, but let's just see what it looks like without basically nothing else changed to it except for adding the effect. There you have it, guys. As you can see, it was way more stable, no jitteriness. There's still more you can do with it, but for someone who's just starting out, that alone is an amazing thing. Like the fact that you can take shots that you filmed from your handheld camera without even using any sort of tripod or jig or whatever it might be, and you can still make it look pretty stable for the most part. That's going to be tip number one that I have to tell you guys you should use. Now, once it's this stable, obviously you've made a huge improvement. It's much more visually pleasing to look at. But there's still more that we can do with it. Now, for me personally, when I'm working with edits and like all kinds of stuff like that, I don't want the edit to just look like a regular camera shot. There's a lot of color grading and there's a lot of filter stuff we can do to make it look cooler. So at least with Adobe Premiere Pro, my favorite things are the Lumetri presets And if you're going for that cinematic feel, then the cinematic folder right there is absolutely perfect, guys. There's a lot of different preset filters you can go through. So what we're going to do for the purpose of this video is we're just going to put CineSpace 25 faded film on it. And then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to render this bad boy, and we're going to look at what it looks like after it's rendered. So I'm going to render it right here. Just go to sequence, render into out. I hope you guys know how to do all that stuff at least. And once it's done rendering, I will show you guys what it looks like. Alright, and that's what it looks like when it's rendered. I'm sorry that it might have seemed a little jittery on screen, but because of the fact that I am capturing my screen while also running the software, it's a little taxing for my computer. So it's actually very smooth, plays very well, I can assure you guys that. And this is personally one of my favorite filters. It's absolutely awesome. It adds a really nice, I just love how it looks faded. And we can take it even farther from here, guys. So here we can go to Windows, we go to Workspaces, Color right there. And you will get a whole host of options that are about to pop up as soon as this loads. And there it is. So as you can see, exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, saturation, all this stuff. There's even more. There's creative, there's curves, there's color wheel, vignette. All these things are amazing, amazing additions to be able to make your video and your cinematic edit just look way better. Everyone should have their own creative flair. This is where your own personality, your taste kicks in. For instance, I'm gonna put the saturation up a bit right here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay. We're going to put it at 150. So as you can see with the 150 saturation, suddenly the greens are more full, the blues are bluer, everything is just so much nicer, and that's just by changing saturation, guys. If you change the contrast, the exposure, all these things, it's going to make your video look just much more amazing and more appealing to the human eye to look at. So guys, coloring, warp stabilizer, filters, those three things are probably the most important, at least editing features you can add in. In terms of what's going to make the edit itself more appealing, you know, choice of music makes a big difference. And then finally, having a good camera is a big deal, but if you have at least a moderate to higher, like higher end camera, then you know you can do a lot as long as you have the editing software to basically change how the clip looks. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. With this video, I just wanted to show you guys the basic things you can do with the editing software that are going to make a huge difference. If you guys want me to show you how to get shots like this, how to make these handheld shots to go in, out, you know, go towards something, far away from something, and like all these pan shots and still make them pretty good, that's a separate topic, guys. Let me know if you want to do that. But the purpose of this video is just to show you how to take editing software, how to take a raw clip and make it look way better. So guys, let me know what you think. You know, like, comment, subscribe, give me some feedback, and if you guys want more videos like this, then please let me know and I would be happy to deliver them once in a while. So without further ado, guys, that's the end of the video, and I really appreciate all of you guys for watching. It means the world to me. So I'll see you guys all in my next video, and peace out.